Come.
US late night host Jimmy Kimmel will be back on air tonight, but his show will only be seen on certain ABC stations. Two affiliate groups, Sinclair and Nexstar, say they'll broadcast other programs. ABC's parent company Disney suspended Kimmel over comments that he made about the killing of Charlie Kirk. His monologue outraged some conservatives, including the FCC chair, Brendan Carr, who seemed to threaten regulatory action. Supporters of Kimmel and even some of his detractors have since accused Carr of trampling on free speech. It's all about government interference as well. Joining us now, Laura Martin, Senior Internet and Media Analyst with the Needham Investment Brokerage. Laura, thank you so much for joining us. This is also about money, isn't it? Because those affiliates were pulling the plug and that was going to cost ABC money.
It is a little bit, but late night isn't very lucrative. I mean, the ABC network has a reach of about 1.7 million US households for the entire day. And late night is a fraction of that. And even 1.7 million viewers is 0.5% of the 340 million US viewers. So broadcast television isn't that important anymore in America. And late night, which is at midnight, is even less important economically. We estimate that Disney makes about $50 million a year of free cash flow from the hour that Jimmy Kimmel is on, and they report $95 billion a year of revenue. So just inconsequential economically, I think.
But even more so now, presumably, if the affiliates aren't going to run the show.
Yeah, so they'll make less money. Instead of making, 50 or 100 million a year, they'll make 70. But Disney will get it back because while those affiliates, Nexstar and Sinclair, are allowed under their contract to preempt Jimmy Kimmel, when they come up for renegotiation with the ABC network will not agree to pay him as much next time because they preempted money that Disney should be making right now.
How are you managing to make predictions on the future of the media industry, particularly broadcast, for example, when Donald Trump and the Trump administration are making life much more difficult for them, even if it's just the threat or the idea that licenses could be taken away, for example, if they don't agree with what he's saying?
Right. So we published a note this morning saying that Disney should shut down, not sell, shut down the ABC network because it is less than 5% of the value of ABC or of Disney. And if they actually shut down the ABC network, nothing within the Disney perimeter would be regulatable by the government. So you would be immune from the caprice of the current administration and its regulatory agencies. And we actually think it would add value to shareholders to do that. And so I think part of it is just simulcasting everything on the ABC network on Hulu, which is a streaming service that Disney owns, which is unregulated. So the next time regulators get offended by something a comedian says, and comedians are the court jesters speaking truth to power, so they're always offensive, in my opinion, that they can just put the same content on Hulu and put up a placard on the ABC network saying, if you want to watch Jimmy Kimmel, go watch him on Hulu today. And therefore, they would keep the money on their streaming service and not care if the affiliates preempted Jimmy Kimmel.
Surely the Trump administration will find a way of punishing them there too.
So they should shut down ABC and then nothing they own. Theme parks aren't regulated. Streaming isn't regulated. The film business isn't regulated. They should just get out of the regulatory
But who's
businesses.
going to be left to speak truth to power, as you say?
They need to move all of these comedians onto streaming platforms, which are not regulated. These comedians need to be on Netflix, on Paramount Plus, they need to be on platforms that have no regulatory oversight because comedians are supposed to be funny and being funny sometimes is offensive.
Yeah, true enough. Laura Martin, thank you so much for joining us.